The pharmacy techs, our role, a lot of times, people don't realize everything that we do. Without us to make and deliver medications to the areas, the patients wouldn't have them, the nurses wouldn't have everything they need to help take care of these patients. They're critical.
A typical day is going to start with a morning round just to check, make sure there's not any Pyxis issues or any equipment malfunctions that are going to affect everybody's day. There's chart reviews that get done, all of which, if it doesn't get done right away, can shift to the afternoon or can shift to tomorrow. It depends, obviously on our staffing and what is required throughout the day. You pick up the phone and you're on a totally different mission.
The first thing I walk in, of course, I'll get in there and, get things off me and then I'll get to work and I immediately get to actions. I may be in the evening shift and I may be a runner. A runner is somebody who will be taking medication to different units. So what we do is deliver medication on time, timely, like on top of the hour. Or if we have what we call stats, that is like immediate medication that cannot be tubed. Or you could be a charge person, and this is where you answer calls from the nurses about concerns about the medications, about the doses, about if they don't see a certain medication, they can't find it. So we help them trace it, or we help find out where it is, or if it's still being made in the IV room, because in the IV room also, we help to compound or to make different kinds of medication, antibiotics, but we dilute them because these are children we're dealing with, not adults. We also have the carousel or the TILIS, which is where we pull medication. We have what we call batches. This is medication on time.
It's always evolving, always changing. All the standards that come from the government can be a little daunting, a little overwhelming, but there are resources out there to help us understand them. But it's just incorporating those new processes and policies and procedures into our work routines and making sure we have everything to go along with that.
Yes, we are on our feet a lot. Goes with the passion. See, we're not looking at how much are we walking or how much are we running, if I may say. We're looking at how many lives am I getting to? How many babies am I getting to? Am I making an impact? That is what drives us. So you hardly even notice if you're walking or running because you're busy just wanting to see that things are getting done.
It's okay to continuously ask questions and that nobody's going to look down on you for it. So we're always have questions for each other, questions for on how the systems work, medications.
It entails a lot. We have to know about the medication, what the medication does, the names of the medications. Most importantly, we have to know about the safety around you and safety in giving this medication to the children. We also have to learn about the laws, and the moment you don't do that, then you're in legal trouble. So we have to get educated and empowered and educated on all these different levels before you finally get into a pharmacy.
The most challenging aspect is having to know a little about everything and a lot about some things.
You always have to be ready for things to change. Always be flexible because it is never the same thing from 1 minute to the next, one day to the next. It's always moving and changing, and you learn how to multitask and to face what is priority versus what can be put on that back burner, even just for a couple minutes.
Multitasking, flexibility, good people skills, and just a go-getter attitude.